I received a call asking me if I will accept to launch a book, given the fact that the ministry now is actively promoting creative writing in the country. I accepted the honor on the condition that a copy of the book should be available to me in good time. The copy of the book, A Tangled Web, was promptly delivered to me. It is 243 pages of a novel. I had actually expected a Swahili book, so finding out that it is a novel written in English was a surprise to me. And lately, I have not had enough time to enjoy reading works of fiction. The few works of fiction that I recently tried to read didn't give me the joy I was looking for. So I received a copy of the book with trepidation. What if it turned out to be another drag of a book? It turned out to be a captivating book, romance with suspense. I turned the pages non-stop. Eunice Urio writes in simple English that at the same time captures the imagination of the reader for its descriptive eloquence. And I think she was trying to relate that everybody who read the book will relate the environment of Dar es Salaam, the condition of Dar es Salaam. I'm one of them. The story of Upendo, the main character of the novel, is a story of a member of the middle class family in Dar es Salaam, where there is a constant struggle of keeping up with the Joneses. Keeping up with the Joneses. On page 103 of the book, we see what frightens most Mrs. Maria to the core, and this is the epitome of the whole web that weaves the novel. Let us read a couple of sentences that sum it up all. Now I quote, "A more frightening thought suddenly entered Mrs. Maria's mind, and she gasped. What will people think? That is none of their businesses," Upendo thought. End of quote. The fact of the matter is the tangled web that gives us the story has everything to do with Upendo's telling a tiny lie to a cousin to save face. This tiny lie, harmless and innocently told. Innocent because it didn't mean to hurt anybody, and actually was casually told by an almost unthinking Upendo at a whim, created the web through which this interesting story untangles. For a while, I thought I would not be able to find my way to the last page of the novel with the joy that was starting to lit my imagination. This is because of the seemingly unlimited number of characters in the novel. Upendo, Richard, Jane, Deborah, Mrs. Malia, Mrs. Lema, Sam, Linda, BBA, Regina, Tina, Ben, Eve or Eva, Charles, Diana, Vanessa, Tuma, Anita, Anna, Maria, Vincent, Daudi, Henry, that is Uncle Henry, Evelyn, Robert, Alex, Mrs. Kadila, Miranda, Pastor Sola, Asha, Mr. Cure. Well, that's a joke. The real name is Tiba. George, Cuthbert, Zuena, right, Zuena, the woman with ears like a Russian spy satellite. Adil, Chris, and so on, and on, and on. However, the story is written with such skill that I enjoyed reading all the way. Unraveling the tangled web is made such a compelling and exciting journey in this novel. There is so much to relate to in the book. In the wedding reception of Samuel J., there are these few lines that I want to repeat, and I quote. Upendo glanced warily at her watch. They had already endured 3 hours of the MC telling them when to dance, when to clap, when to stand up and toast the happy couple, not to mention his tired jokes, etc. End of quote. Sijui nyie wenzangu, lakini mimi naona mara nyingi harusi zetu ni kelele tu za MC na amri nyingi wanaohudhuria katika sherehe hizo. The characterization in this book is succinct. The author captures Dar es Salaam vividly. I just felt at home in the pages of the book. I remember what Yunus just said. In my view, the epilogue is always a drag, and the one in this book is no exception. But the book ends well, conveying a realistic snapshot of life. It leaves me wonder what happened to Miranda, for those who have read the book. The book ends in a high note. A very good book, well written. It is worth reading. It has an underlying moral message, a message that is conveyed subtly without pontification. It is conveyed in a controlled narrative, simple language, economy of words, powerful work of art. Congratulations, Yunus Urio. I want to thank the team that organized this launching event. And thank you, Dr. Annette Komba, and your team at the Tanzania Institute of Education for readily accepting to team up with the UNIS in organizing this launching event. You have always been really agile and willing to make a step in uncharted water. Normally, people in governments don't want to be taken out of the business as usual. Dr. Annette Komba is an exception. I'm also happy that our national committee in charge of the Tuzo ya Taifa Mwalimu Nyerere ya Uandishi Bunifu is here with us today. This committee will further be charged with the responsibility of advising us which book we must buy to distribute in our libraries, school libraries and national libraries. So you have one more book to look through, and we will formally write to you with that responsibility. We have set aside money in our budget, both in the Tanzania Library and within the ministry, so that you can buy books from publishers, the books that you shortlist and feel that they are worth buying and distributing for our youth to read. And there is a list already, and I guess this will be one of the books in the list. And I want to thank Elish Lema for taking the risk. I asked her whether the cost of publishing was prepaid. She said no. She took a risk of publishing the book, and I don't know about printing, and hoping that we'll buy the book for her to make some money out of it. I think, in a way, going through the book, I believe there's a possibility that you buy copies of the book and make your decision with the world. Thank you all for coming, and I hope each one of you will go home with a copy of the book, spread the good news, and inspire more writers to come forward, take chance, and we move forward. And it's true, in our country, reading is at the lowest. And the Instagram and Facebook and so on, social media, is making it even less likely people can enjoy reading the entire book like this. Kwa hiyo tunahitaji sana kuwatia moyo, vinginevyo tutapotea. Nimefurahi alichosema, uandishi unakuza historia, unaweka kumbukumbu, unaweka utamaduni. Na kwa hili nilisema Kiswahili, kini kitabu cha maisha ya wapendanao. Sam na upendo kwanza. Na sitaki kuondoa utamu wote. Alafu Richard na upendo. Kilichotokea huko kila mmoja atakisoma. Lakini ukikisoma ni kweli, bila kupiga kelele, bila kuhubiri, bila mayowe, utajikuta mwenyewe unaona tu kwamba maisha mazuri, maisha waadilifu ni maisha ya namna gani. Kwa mtu yote anayesoma, vijana wetu wakisoma, wanapata ujumbe bila kelele yote, bila mahali popote kuambiwa hii ndio namna ya kuishi. Kwa kusoma tu ile historia mpaka mwisho. Kwa hiyo mimi nimaliza kitabu nikiwa natamani nijue kama nilivyosema Miranda ilikuwaje. Nadhani na nyinyi mkikisoma mtaishia huko ilikuwaje kwa Miranda, lakini hadithi tamu kweli kweli.
Tumedhamiria tunaboresha elimu yetu.